Previously, on This Is the Police, we learned that our protagonist, Jack Boyd, has little tolerance for Jehovah's Witnesses, as he promptly slammed the door in the face of the Bible boys. He's not too social after his wife left him for a man half his age. In fact, he solicited the assistance of his mother-in-law to help track down his missing wife. Meanwhile, racial tensions boil over across the city of Freeburg as racist gangs have targeted African Americans citywide. In fact, we've been instructed to fire all of our black officers from City Hall. If that's not bad enough, we saw our first officer down in the line of duty. That's right, Officer Asano was killed while investigating a carjacking. Bad stuff, folks. Bad stuff. But hey, this is Automatic for Automatic Games. Salutations, senior officers. Thanks for joining me for this, yet another episode of This Is the Police. Yes, I've decided to carry on a little farther. And I want to give a special shout out to both JPEG and Mark Jackson and anybody else who took the time to watch. It is now day 5. And retired police officer Thomas Blaine shoots pregnant woman. Blaine explains, I thought she was a suicide bomber. Right, because, I mean, well, that's a common mistake.
Why would a man need a barn? To store all the stuff you can't bring home. About 30 years ago, back when I was young and interested in farming, I carried all kinds of junk home. After a day in the field, I'd come home with buckets, shovels, dirty boots and clothes, and instantly transform the living room. But even back then, there's something I always kept in the barn.
The Vietnamese sex slaves. Or the bodies. Yeah, he's been piling up corpses, chopping them up and putting them in that little chest. Am I right? I'm right, aren't I? It's either that or it's pills, the cure-all.
I stopped keeping my pills inside the house because every time I was about to take a triple, someone would knock on my bedroom door. Now they're knocking on my barn door. Well, fine. It's not every day that someone comes to visit your barn.
Right, especially if you don't own one like me.
In all the years we worked together, Kendrick never came to visit the house. We drank at bars, went fishing, went to the mountains, even chased off some poachers one time. But he never came for dinner with the family. We never watched football over here. And now he's brought his friends to visit my barn. I always try to look unsurprised, like it's an everyday thing to get visitors at the old barn, especially guests with their own personal bodyguards. But Kendrick is sharp enough to see he's caught me with my pants on backwards.
Sorry for the surprise, Jack. We saw you from the car. Figured we'd find you in here. I'm going in for a minute, fellas. These guys will wait outside.
Francis Kendrick, our much-maligned mafia-connected deputy chief.
How long you been dating the lover boys?
They're Sans people, Jack.
Yeah. So now you're appearing in public with members of the mafia?
Jack, I'm leaving tonight. More like fleeing. Jenny and I are taking the girls and making a run for it. Probably won't be seeing each other again. I've got new documents, a new name, a new life, everything new.
The papers say you're still working your last week for the department.
I've got to get out today. I won't be getting another chance. Don't know if you noticed, but the whole city is against me.
You told your mafia friends about your plans.
Jackie, if I don't fix everything with them in the next few hours, they're going to kill me. And not just me. My family, my relatives, God, Jack, I don't know who else. They found out that I was planning to run and they demanded that we close our contract today.
What?
Your contract, Frank? Really? Is that how you talk now? Maybe you should call in the lawyers to straighten all this out.
Now is not the time, Jack, please. I have a commitment to them until the end of the year. They need an inside line at police headquarters. I can't just give them back the money. That's not how the mafia works. If I can't find someone I can trust tonight, I'm dead. You know me, Jack. I wouldn't ask you if I wasn't afraid they'd cut my daughters to pieces before sunrise.
He's the damn fool who puts his daughters in the crosshairs in the first place.
Right.
Anyone in my place would have dressed him down good. but I didn't want to pile it on. Fate's already got this guy's soul in the grinder.
Son of a bitch, Kendrick. Am I supposed to go corrupt right now? Yep, I guess so. It's not what the mayor wants.
Give him my phone number and tell him it's done. Don't call me. Don't come to work today. I don't want to see or hear from you again. Time for you to go.
Jack,
Get the fuck out of my nice cozy barn, Frank. At the time, I was trying not to think about what just happened. It was almost too much to take in. I'm probably the most popular police chief in the history of the city, and I have to admit, I've thought about that more than once, sometimes with a little pride even. In one of the features they wrote about me in the papers, they said it pretty plain. He catches the criminals. Believe me, high praise like that is unheard of in Freeburg, especially for a cop. And here I am, the person who catches criminals, and I've agreed to help the mafia, or I'll come home to a bag stuffed with my kids' body parts. Right before the last hammer falls. Hey, remember that cop who caught criminals? It turns out he was a mafia bitch. And all for the sake of a greedy, corrupt cop who should have fled the country years ago. That sound right to you?
That sounds exactly right. I was gonna say something similar. Son of a bitch. Shero, I'm too tired. I can hardly walk straight. Can I go home? Absolutely not. Roy.
Some pipes in my house busted, and I need to wait around for the plumber. Can I take the day?
Yeah, but come in tomorrow. 'Cause that is a mess. Nobody wants that. Let's see. Let's go ahead and dole out a promotion. In fact, we'll give it to Van Dahl. Yeah, why not? He's got the skills to pay the bills. Let's make him a little tougher still. And that'll do. The other promotion will go to Shift B. Okay, here we go. Disorderly conduct. Oh, we got our salary. It's chump change, but we got it from the city hall that demands that we fire all African American officers. Yeah, screw that. We're not doing it. In fact, we're hiring new ones. Okay, but now over to this disorderly conduct. At Eddie's Burgers, every morning there's a dirty piss-soaked bum sleeping at the cafe. The man refuses to go away and growls at anyone who approaches. I had a relative like that, scaring all the customers. Well, we're gonna send out Stovall and Birch Jr. As you might recall, Birch Sr. quit on us. And a robbery at the liquor store. A witness looked on from a window while an armed man with a stocking on his head entered the nearby liquor store. Now, what do you say we send Robbins and Grant? Yeah, they can do it. They're the perfect pairing. Perhaps lovers on the side, but let's not read into it too much. Okay, we've got a fight in progress. Hot dog vendor reports that he saw two Elvis impersonators grappling right there on the sidewalk. They're swearing in Spanish and beating each other with microphone stands. Just an everyday occurrence out there in that residential area. We're gonna send Van Dahl and Samadi. And in fact, we'll have our new recruit and our best cop, incidentally, Vela, back them up. Alright, everybody's out there. Got a report on that disorderly conduct. The man that growls at people has been arrested. He is 10-15 in custody. Well done, Stovall and Birch Jr. They are code 4. As to that robbery, the shop has 2 exits from which a few people have already fled. We could drive the patrol car right through the front window. or sneak up to the back door, or enter through the main entrance? Well, I think Robbins and Grant are inclined to sneak through the back door. The stick-up man noticed the police presence and took the cashier hostage. He's holding a gun to the hostage's head, shouting, "Back off, I'll blow his goddamn face off." Meanwhile, the cashier is yelling in an unknown language. What to say, what to say? I guess Robbins speaks up, shouting, he doesn't speak up, he just quietly takes aim. And the robber grows visibly nervous. "Don't shoot, please. I just need the money. I'll just take a little bit and go. No one was hurt." The cashier begins to cry. Oh, we could shoot him. I'll tell you what, now Robbins speaks up. He's gonna say, there's two ways out of this shop, in cuffs or in a body bag. What the f... The hostage is dead, and then the hostage taker turned his gun on Grant and killed her. This cannot be happening. Are you serious? Another officer dead. It's a hot one today, and a lot of people are going for a swim. Last week, 4 people drowned on the beaches of Freeburg. That's substantial, and the press was in an uproar, rightly so. Please send someone to keep an eye on things. Well, we don't have anyone, so we are going to regrettably refuse. Jack, this year the organizers of the Golden Beast Hunt suddenly changed the rules of the annual shooting contest. It now features teams instead of single competitors. Can you send me 2 of your finest marksmen? I'd really love to do well in the competition. Well, we'll send you one of them. We'll send you Stovall, but he's got to bring Birch, who rides his coattails, along with him. Got a robbery at the city center. An antique Chinese necklace was stolen from Bao Liang. Wow, she was on her way to the pawn shop. Sorry if I butchered her name. Let's assign a detective. Sharrow and Moser will go along as well. So they will try to tackle that case. And meanwhile, we've got destruction of property at the Gallery of Modern Art. At a gallery exhibition called Sex Operation, a gang of young people in ski masks forced their way in and began smashing the exhibits, shouting, "We don't need this shit in our city." Well, though I feel the same way. There's nothing I can do about it, in fact, yeah. Or no, we can do something. Albeit send Robbins, who just lost his partner. And now we're like, hey, get on over there to the Gallery of Modern Art. Solve that caper. I don't know if that's going to pan out, folks, but what the hell? He's all we got. Damn. Okay, well, we've got some reports coming in. As to that fight between the Elvis impersonators, situation is Code 4. Elvis is alive but in custody. As to Ernest Fitzgerald, we did it, Boyd, we won. That Ernest really knows how. Oh, this is my guys talking. They even taught us a thing or two. He invited us out hunting to celebrate the victory, so they're going hunting. This is a shitty day to decide to go hunting, folks. I should fire both of their asses just on principle. I mean, we have an officer down, and they're going to take the day off? That is recalculous. Anyways, witnesses, Miss Liang.
Me and my husband got into a difficult financial situation, and I was going to pawn an antique necklace which has been in my family for many centuries. As I was carrying the necklace to the pawn shop, somebody ripped the bag from my shoulder and disappeared. I didn't have time to do anything, not even cry out.
Sorry if that's offensive. The offender was on a motorcycle. He drove down the road, grabbed the bag, and then escaped. I tried to race after him, but I didn't even have time to see if it was a man or woman.
I couldn't see his face, but he was dressed in a jacket like all those other boxers that hang out on the street corners. Bikers, I'm sorry, not boxers. Same diff, maybe he was wearing boxers. It was definitely not a local biker. They are bald and have beards, but this guy looked Asian. Probably Japanese or Chinese.
Anyways,
I didn't see a weapon in his hands. I just saw him grab her bag and ride off.
Well, we will strive to retrieve the bag. Or the necklace, at any rate. As to the destruction of property, as anticipated, the suspect got away. I don't hold it against Robbins. He's having a hell of a day. You know, Japek said that our last shift was piss poor. I'm paraphrasing. This is worse, folks. This is definitely worse. So we've got 3 new frames. And the trick is, and I think I've already said it, you've got to put these frames in order of events, and sometimes they'll give you frames with the wrong suspect or whatever. So here comes, there's a guy riding on the bike. There's the guy taking the purse. And the first photo is the guy taking off with the purse. So I think this is a no-brainer. Yes, we did it. That is some Dick Tracy style case busting. Okay. Got vandalism at the Atticus Tower. A guard went out for a smoke and saw a teenager writing obscenities on the wall of the building.
I chased the brat up a tree. You can take it from here.
Yeah, we'll try. Let's go ahead and send Vandal and Samadi. Do we send Vela? No. We need somebody on reserve. Besides, there's a robbery at the Chinatown dormitory. Oh, that's that. Kuan Yin Lin, that's who we're going after. Shero's going to lead this up, and Vela and Robbins. Yes. Vela and Robbins are going to back him up on this. We're going to try to bust this guy and get back the necklace. We're sending SWAT too, so watch the fuck out, Kuan Yin Lin. 'Cause we're coming to get you, son. We're coming to get you. I mean, we've got to have some positive results after this shitty shift. Sorry about the language, but the game curses, so I'm just gonna follow suit. You know me, I don't typically do that. Yeah, cool. Vandal has been arrested. Situation is code 4. Vandal and Samadi are headed back. And finally, we've got this robbery. Did we get the guy? We sure as shit did. Welcome to jail, ass face. Shake it, baby. Yeah, we were able to arrest all suspects, all 1 of them. Nice work. Piles of work. Looks like tomorrow's going to be a long day. More like the first of a lot of long days. There's just too much going on. Yeah, we've got too many dead cops, too. 2 of them. That's too many, if you ask me. But what can you do? I don't know. I mean, this is like choose your own adventure, and I'm hitting that last page all the time. Every turn. So I guess this is where we'll suspend the episode, folks. Yeah, I don't know. I am starting to warm up to this game. I did get Operator 911. Or is it 911 Operator? Or are they one and the same? They are. It's just a variation on you get what I'm saying, right? Yeah, look, I'm not going to fade out on a rant. I did that in the last episode, so let's be concise, Otto. Let's go ahead and wrap this up like a professional would. But yeah, I don't know. I am starting to like this a bit. I've heard good and bad things about this title. I can kind of see the bad things, but I'm liking the story. Not liking all these dead cops, but I'm liking the story. Jack. You got a shitload of shit to shovel. It's shitty. Anyways, this is Automatic for Automatic Games. I appreciate you watching. If you like this, and if you is subscribed, I will talk to you soon, friends.